Do I possess vulnerabilities? I seem to be nothing but vulnerable. I'm not naturally robust, swift, or adaptable. Surely I'm not the most intelligent individual globally. Trivial matters stir my emotions. I consume inappropriate foods, neglect sleep, procrastinate, and squander time. I prioritize trivial matters excessively and crucial matters inadequately. My ego looms large while my intellect feels constrained, often ensnared within itself. However, notwithstanding all this, it's often said that a person's greatest strength can be their greatest weakness. But those weaknesses have the potential to evolve into strengths. I refuse to accept that I'm destined to remain as I am. I'm in a constant struggle, endeavoring to alter and curb those vulnerabilities. Some days yield success, others do not. Nevertheless, each day, I rise and press forward, fists clenched, toward the fray, toward the ordeal. I battle with all my might to surmount those weaknesses, deficiencies, and imperfections, aspiring to be marginally superior today than I was yesterday. I could enumerate all my achievements. The only thing beyond my capability is to grind on your behalf. What distinguishes a gazelle from a lion? The gazelle flees from something. And many of you in this room are akin to that gazelle. You will persist and adhere to your duties as long as you're prodded. But the moment that prodding ceases, so do you. Hence, you must inquire, what's your raison d'etre? What motivates you? What propels you? Each opportunity is potentially the final one. Every chance affords me the opportunity to reaffirm my worth. Yet I'm still apprehensive. E.T., you've been at this for years. Why the apprehension? Because the day I become complacent is the day I cease to evaluate myself. The day I cease to grow, the day I cease to ameliorate, is the day I expire. It's the day the person endeavoring to overtake me succeeds. And let me tell you today, if someone came to my office in tears, I'd say, look, don't weep to surrender. Strive to persevere. Don't cry to capitulate. You're already in anguish, already hurting. Derive a reward from it. Fight, even if it means going down swinging. And I assure you, if you fight with all your might, more often than not, you won't go down at all. You'll emerge victorious. But you must integrate that attitude into your daily life. Engage in additional repetitions. Run the extra mile. Go the extra round. Make the correct decisions. Exert your full effort. Fortify yourself mentally and physically. Stand firm and battle against weakness, against fear, against time, and against decay. Fight back, even if it means going down swinging. Pour every ounce of energy, every droplet of sweat, every bead of blood into every day. And when confronted with a challenge, even one you believe you cannot conquer, or a situation where victory seems unattainable, remember this: you have nothing to forfeit. So, stand tall, forge ahead, and blaze a trail of glory, fighting with every fiber of your being, every iota of energy, until your very last breath. Only then can you lay down your arms. If you aspire to succeed in this arena, you must harbor a tenacious spirit within. You must recognize that life is akin to a dogfight, and you must seize the fight. Life won't be a walk in the park. Nobody will hand you success merely because you possess a degree. Do you think merely possessing a degree and authoring a book will automatically guarantee success? That's a fallacy. Good people struggle to contend with exceptional individuals. Thus, if you're aspiring to greatness and encounter an obstacle, fleeing from it won't suffice. You fail to comprehend that it's in overcoming challenges that wealth is amassed. You fail to recognize that by resolving those challenges, you solve something that millions couldn't. Consequently, solving those problems elevates you. The longer you delay, the longer you wait to commence grinding, the longer you'll wait to reap the rewards on the other side. There's nothing inherently wrong with the opportunities presented. It's your inadequate commitment, your 70%, 60%, or 50% effort that falls short. You desire the rewards reaped by those who have shed sweat, blood, and tears. You crave what they've earned, but it's not free. Emotion and logic are indispensable for realizing your utmost potential. You must be willing to surpass your limits, as both emotion and logic possess their limitations. And when one falters, you must lean on the other. When it defies logical reasoning to persevere, that's when you must harness your emotions, your anger, your frustration, your fear, to propel yourself forward. When your sentiments cry out that you've endured enough, and you feel on the brink of collapse, override that emotion with resolute logic and willpower that declare, "I don't stop." Combat the weakness of logic with the might of emotion. In striking that balance between the two, you'll discover the strength, the fortitude, and the audacity to assert to yourself, "I don't stop." You don't belong at the bottom. It's time for you to rise from that abyss. It's time for you to relinquish your comfort in mediocrity and ascend to where you rightfully belong. The Bible recounts a tale of one in a pig pen who came to his senses and returned home. Get up. You are royalty. Ascend to your rightful place. Fulfill your obligations. Live as you're meant to. Don't relent now. It's the 10th round with 2 more to go. And when you achieve success, it's not merely about skill. It's about endurance, about resilience, about declaring, "You won't break me. You can't defeat me. I've endured too much. I've fought too hard. If you wanted to vanquish me, you should have done so at 17. You should have broken me then. But now, I'm unbreakable, and you'll have to fight and fight and fight." Most of you won't attain success, not because you lack the ability, but because you can't outlast your own doubt long enough to reach your noon. Don't speak to me in that manner. I guarantee you, I'm no failure. I don't comprehend failure. As a child, I knew what it meant. I dropped out of high school, ate from garbage cans, slept in abandoned buildings. But look at me now, a grown man, and all I do is win. No matter the circumstance, no matter the challenge, I persevere. It may be challenging to discern the light at the end of the tunnel, but I promise you, it's there. If only you keep moving forward. If only you continue making one good choice after another. Good choices will always yield remarkable opportunities. Things will improve, albeit not instantaneously. Greatness takes time. When you construct something with a solid foundation of choices and character, you'll realize that character is paramount in life. Your attitude will ultimately determine your altitude. When you cultivate responsibility, respect, integrity, and punctuality, you'll realize that the most challenging thing I ever did in my life, and it took years to accomplish, was to believe that it was possible, given my circumstances. Born in squalor, raised in adversity, labeled as unintelligent, I never allowed myself to succumb to doubt. There's a saying, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. That's why it's imperative that you reaffirm your belief in yourself daily and never falter. For once you stop, those negative thoughts will return and doubt will set in. Once you cease, I can assure you, it's a slippery slope. It's possible. You can achieve it. No matter how dire the circumstances or how severe the adversity, you can prevail. Feed your mind with affirmations, and your doubts will dissipate. Tell yourself, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Even in the absence of evidence, declare, it's possible. There's nothing as potent as a resolute mind. Follow us on this amazing journey called life.